Mommy in the kitchen, cooking rice.
Daddy in the sitting room watching NTA news.
And the children in school.
Alright, so I grew up in Surulere.
I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria.
Anthony, Lagos.
I grew up in Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
So that for me, it was more of outdoor, hanging out with friends. I mean, we had times where we play all these, what they call those things now, rubber games and everything. So then football. Then I had to, there are times where I rode bicycles with my friends. So more, I had a lot more outdoor playtime than indoor.
Well, growing up, I was the kind of child that liked to go out. I always went out. I used to hide to go out. But my parents never really liked that, but I used to sneak out of the house to go out because I like having fun and going out. And then at night, my grandma, I don't know where she is. I don't have a grandma. We don't have family time. We are just a family that we just have dinner in the parlor, watch TV and go to bed.
I think I stayed indoors most of the time, but I was not a TV person growing up. I think I mostly had conversations with my grandma. Maybe stories or something. Just stories. I didn't really do much as a child, honestly, growing up.
Okay, growing up for me in an African home was mostly indoors, playing with dolls. So my school was the kind that we closed at 4 p.m. every day. I've been hardworking since I was a child.
Okay, I think it was the plenty birthday parties that we used to have. Like there's this birthday party on this street, there's this birthday party. I know, gather around, play those chair games. Yeah, there were lots of, because of where I grew up, Surulere, it was more communal. So we had friends everywhere on this street, that street, that street, and there was parties, birthday parties almost every week.
Yes, my favorite childhood memory was when I was Miss Yellow House in primary school.
I honestly do not remember any, but it would be mostly Christmas periods when we gathered as a family and just had fun. It's when we're all together as a family.
Okay, so I grew up in a family where your parents would look at you and say, you look like a doctor, or you sound like a lawyer. So I got the doctor part, my brother got the engineering part. So I read microbiology in school. So I kind of followed that path because they said I should read medicine. I got microbiology. They always say those that read microbiology are wounded medical students because we didn't get medicine. So I got microbiology. But currently, I'm a business developer for a fintech company.
I thought I was going to be a dancer growing up as a child. I really loved dancing. Now I'm a fashion stylist.
I like people who used to sell rice a lot because I like the derica they used to measure the rice, but my mother said pepper was better. And I believed her. But she didn't allow me to become a pepper seller. So I'm here now. I'm a photographer and a videographer.
I was just there. I was just there. I was not too focused, too serious, too playful. I think I was just in between all of them.
I was an average student, but I was very sociable. Anything social, you find me there.
I was not a nerd, but my awards were simple. Every year I was the most quiet student in the whole school and I was the neatest student in the whole school.
So I'll tell you the one that made me have a daring experience. So my favorite cartoon back then was Super Ted. And I remember watching Super Ted one day. Super Ted is like the flying superhero back then, before the old Superman and Spider-Man came. So I saw Super Ted that day and I got out to the balcony and climbed the burglary. And I opened my button and let the breeze blow so that it would be like wings. And before you know it, I was down I fell down and my parents were inside and they heard boom. and that was it. I think the next time I became conscious was 2 weeks after the hospital. Yes, so my favorite cartoon was Super Ted.
My favorite cartoon was Powerpuff Girls, or is still Powerpuff Girls.
I didn't watch cartoon growing up as a child.
So I was in the middle. I am in the middle anyway. My elder brother, then there's a year, a month, then me. So it was basically both of us for 9 years before my younger brother came. Myself and my elder brother, we fought a lot. So I would want to say my younger brother was my favorite, because me and that guy fought a lot. My elder brother, I mean. Maybe because of the close age range, fought a lot.
My favorite is my younger sibling. We're closer. I feel like I'm not so close to my other siblings, and I don't want that gap between me and him, so I always try to fill in the gap. My brother, stingy.
That would have to be my dad. My dad was the disciplinarian. I mean, once he does pim and he's back, like everybody's in your room, faking sleep.
That's a very tricky question, because at some point my dad was very cool. All of a sudden he just switched. My mom was a disciplinarian, and then my dad was the cool one. But later my dad became very, very mean and was the disciplinarian. Maybe because we're in SS3 and GS3, my brother and I, so he needed to hold us with iron hands. So yes, my dad.
My parents are not disciplinarians. They are very lenient. Very, very. Extremely.
Mommy in the kitchen, cooking rice, stew, and plantain. Daddy in the sitting room watching NTA news, very annoying. Kids in the balcony, because we can't sit down with daddy. Kids in the balcony playing.
Mommy in the kitchen, cooking rice. Daddy in the parlor, watching Indian film, believe it or not. Children in the room, doing their homework.
Mommy in the office, and daddy in the office, and the children in school. I'm the last one. All my siblings were in school.
I miss the fact that I didn't have to use my money to buy clothes. My mom used to shop for me, and she got the most perfect clothes. But now, I have to use my own money to look good. And that's very painful.
I miss having no care in the world. I miss having no responsibility. I miss having no bills to pay. No bills to pay. I miss having no bills to pay. I miss the evening hangouts with friends downstairs, playing football, riding bikes. Those times were fun. I mean, kids of nowadays, I'm not sure they really have childhood memories as it were. I miss those days. They were fun.
Oh, okay. I think I miss my parents driving me to school every morning, driving as a family. Yes.
I feel like that's obvious. It's my grandma. I don't know if I keep saying my grandma. I feel like the rest of my late grandparents would be like, why? But yeah, my mom's mom. I actually miss her a lot. Yeah, and her coming back during the summer, like from the US and all that. So those are really good memories. She even used to play board games with us. She was very chill.